Hey, everybody, it's Maria from What's the Story with Maria. How's it going? Welcome to our show. We're so happy you're here. Tonight is June 9th. It's a Tuesday, as all our shows are. And 2026, we are in the second week of Pride, and we're going strong, and we're so happy you're here. Our guests tonight are the amazing playwright, actor, author Joe Gulla, and sneaking in, we snuck him in because it's Pride and we had to. Anthony Fett, amazing entertainer, and they're both our wonderful friends. They've been on the show before, and they're so much fun. Leo, hit that promo.
I'm a big fish in a small pond. Got my days free and the nights long. I create my own reality. Who I am is fine with me. As famous as I wanna be. Who I am is fine with me. It's who I am. It's who I am.
Who I am. Hi, everybody. That's our theme song. And if you like that theme song or any of the stuff that I do write, it is on my album. I have two albums, but that particular album is called That dot dot dot, which is real. You can find it on, you can find it anywhere. But all the streaming, and also I always have CDs if you're still a CD person. Oh wow! And also YouTube. That's another one of my songs that I wrote with Lynn Portis. We wrote it during COVID. Oh my God, Leo, you have all my music.
Something
so
I know
happy.
says I watch you boys rehearse and you were
My God, thank you, Leo. And I have been very inspired lately to write some more stuff. So I'm looking forward to writing more stuff this summer. I thank you for your patience with my streaming in the last few weeks. My Mac is really on the blink. It's time. It's like this. It's really dying, and I have to just make peace with that and get a new Mac. A new Mac is a little bit of money, so it's going to be a little bit. But good things are happening. I thank God I have my PC, so we're coming to you from this one. Thank you for your patience with all that stuff. And we have a couple things that I would like to promo. Yes, Leo, hit that, please. Thank you, my love. Whoa, Maria's recommendations. Leo designed that. How cute is Leo? We love him. Okay, so my friend Noah Ginsburg, who I am just crazy about, and he's a young guy. He is the most polite young guy I've ever met. He's in his 20s. He works at Brandy's. He's the sweetest thing. He's from Virginia. He is an incredibly intelligent guy. He's also an amazing musician. And he does work at Brandy's, as I said. He works there on Sunday nights. You can find him with Liz Lark Brown, but he has a band, and his band is phenomenal. And they're named The Store. Leo, do you want to play a little clip of this? This is his band. Let's see if we have any audio. Wow. I don't know about anybody else, but I get a real like late 80s, early 90s vibe from that. Like Debbie Harry, that era. I get a lot of that. Pat Benatar. Does anybody else feel that? I feel that when I hear it. And Concrete Blondes. I get that kind of feel. I don't know. I love it. It gives me like that, very reminiscent of, that time in music. But anyway, so they are going to be Noah Ginsburg, my friend, his band, The Store. It's their grand opening. They are going to be at a place called Otto Shrunken Head, which is 538 East 14th Street. That's on the east side, and the show is free. It's Saturday. So I believe it's this Saturday coming up. Yes, right? This Saturday, 7 p.m. Well, the doors open at 7. The show starts at 8. June 13th, which happens to be St. Anthony's birthday. All the Italians know that. It's a very, very, very lucky day. Did you know?
already said Anthony. It's an Anthony day.
I know. It's a very, very lucky day. So that's what's happening with Noah Ginsburg. We really wanted to get him on the show, but he has rehearsal tonight. They have a big rehearsal for that show. So anyway, but shout out to Noah, and please go check him out. It's a free show. Here's another pick of the week. Same night, but a different time. Also very lucky, St. Anthony's birthday. This Saturday at 10 p.m. So you could go see Noah and then rush over to the west side, which I believe Red Eye is on 41st Street, if I'm not mistaken, all the way over like on 9th Avenue. And it's a great place. A lot of shows have been happening there. And it's Madonna Worship Night. So what does that mean? DJ Chauncey, our friend, runs these incredible nights where he plays all Madonna music. And it's like a dance-a-thon. It's just wild. Judy and Susie went to one of them. They had the best time. So if you are in that neighborhood, if you can make one show great, if you can make both shows great, go and check out. This is Saturday night. It's going to be a really, really, really fun night in the city. Those are my picks of the week. Okay. Oh my God. Speaking of picks of the week.
There's a pick of the week.
There's a pick of the week. Could it get any fruitier than this? Well, and there's your fruit tray right there. The two extra fruits there in the fruit tray are Christy and Chucky. And what makes them special besides the fact that I love them? They're bartenders. They're both bartenders at the Stonewall Inn, where one of the places I work and love. And Kurt Kelly still runs the Stonewall Inn. God bless Kurt Kelly. So anyway, and I saw Bill this week. Tony and Bill also are co-owners there. Stacy and Kurt were in Japan with Tree, who was a bartender there for many, many years and was there on the night of the riots. They were in Japan, working on all kinds, spreading the word about SIGB, which is Stonewall Inn Gives Back Initiative, where they raise money and they distribute it throughout the world to create safe spaces for young people and gay people and LGBTQIA. So it's a great, great, great organization. And the Stonewall Inn, I can't say enough about the Stonewall Inn. If you haven't ever been there, you should check it out. This month is a little wild. It's busy as busy can be. But go and check it out anytime. It's right on, I believe it's 53 Christopher Street. A few doors down from the duplex, right between Waverly. It's on Christopher Street between Waverly Place and 7th Avenue South. And yes, we have Anthony is going to join us and talk about his Pride show. He's doing an all-star Pride show. So we want to promo that at the beginning of the show, and then we're going to bring Anthony on at the end of the show. That is Monday. So a week from yesterday, come to the Stonewall Inn upstairs, and I believe the show starts at 9, but I think the doors open at 8 around there. We have an event before that, so it'll be a little spillover, but it'll still be fun. It's always festive there. And Leo, so that's what's happening. A lot happening in the city right now.
Tell me about it.
Yeah, a lot happening. How is things in, when do you guys have your Pride in California?
Our Pride was for us Father's Day. We should be around Father's Day in LA. Palm Springs is the last of the season. They'll have theirs in November, December. That it goes with like Bear Fest and then Pride down in Palm Springs.
Really?
Because they don't have it during summer because burn.
It's too hot. Everybody would burn up. There'd be some sizzling happening.
I mean, it would sizzle and then it would sizzle.
Right. You could fry an egg on some of those bears. Yeah.
Tell me about it.
I know. I know.
Twinks just melt. They just disappear. What? I don't understand.
I know. But I always forget that I'm going to also, I like to bring this up on my phone and check, because sometimes people watch us through YouTube. We want to remind everybody that you can watch this show, of course, on Facebook Live, on my page, Leo's page, and the What's the Story with Maria page. But you can also watch it on YouTube live. And then Leo does all the work behind the scenes like a master magician, and puts us also, it's archived on YouTube. And all our shows are. This is it 450?
542.
453.
452. Sorry.
52 or 53?
I believe it's 52.
Well, whatever it is, it's gonna, you'll see it. So it's gonna be there. It's gonna be archived, and then Leo puts it in all the podcast platforms that you can imagine. And if you go to What's the Story with Maria.com, which Leo also designed for me and maintains for me, as only Leo can, then you can catch all the platforms that this show also is on podcasts. And it's great. Listening to it on podcast is a whole different experience, right, Leo?
It's fun. It's really fun.
It is fun. Oh my God. First of all, Michael Miller. How much do we love Michael Miller? Checked in. Yay, Maria. Hi, Michael Miller. I love Michael. Michael, we got to get you on the show. I know we've said it a million times, but Michael is always traveling stuff. But we got to get Michael on the show. Although I think
I only met Michael Miller like 3 weeks before I was moving out of New York at the duplex with you. I was on it, but I only met Michael Miller like briefly after that, and then I found out after that he was friends with Joe Gulla.
Oh, they're best friends. Michael is Joe's best friend. Wonderful. And I met both of them through Jerry Diefenbach, who is our long time friend and has been on the show many times.
The original Guns.
We love Jerry Diefenbach. You can catch Jerry Fridays, I believe, at Mama's. And now he's filling in on Saturdays at Mama's as well for Wiltie and Hall. Jerry, type that in if you are filling in. I'd love to let people know about you.
And he had a great post with Eric McCormack, I believe, right?
Yes,
Jerry,
yes.
It was great. It was so great.
Yes, just recently. And they both look so hunky.
Mm-hmm.
They both look so hunky. Oh my God. Looking forward to Anthony and my Joe Gulla. I know, Jerry. Lisa Pacella, Gonfiantini. Wow, Lisa. That is a name. I love it. I love it. The Italian names are the best. So she has joined us. I bet she's a friend of Joe Gulla's. I don't know. But anyway, Jerry and Joe and Michael, they're all buddies. Also, I believe this Sunday, if I'm not mistaken, Judy and I are going to see Leanne. She's a comedian. I'll think of her whole name in a minute. But Leanne, I'll think of it. But anyway, she's out in Nyack. Amazing comedian. And then the show's at 5. And then afterwards, I got to call Peter Iannello to see if he's going to be there Sunday. I want to go see Peter Iannello at Rick's Cafe American and get some delicious, delicious food as only Peter can make at his restaurant. Oh, my God. Look at this. Joe Gulla, Michael Miller, Bobby Belfry, who lives in Nyack. Maybe I'll give him a call and see if they can meet us. And little old me, there we are at Brandy's. That was a really fun night. They came in to visit. Eric was great. I'm at Mama's on Fridays and Saturdays, June 27th and July 11th. Okay, and those are the Saturdays. But he's at Jerry is at Mama's on Fridays. That's how you can catch Jerry. And then he's also picking up Saturday the 27th and July 11th. Beautiful. And I think that's usually Wiltie and Hall, but he is traveling. So that's great. You can always catch our friends. Check in with us and check in with them. And there's always something amazing to do in the city, especially at the piano bars and at the cabaret clubs. It's just like the most fun city in the world. You just can't go wrong. So that's what's happening. Lots of great stuff. It is Pride Month, so there's even extra things. Also, I believe, and he was on our show a few weeks ago, Tommy McDowell is at the Laurie Beachman Theater this Saturday as well at 7 p.m. You can get a live stream. I'm going to get a live stream because I can't go because I'm working at Brandy's. But I'm going to get a live stream and then you can watch it. I think you have, I forget how much time you have to watch that live stream. Every place is different. But the Laurie Beachman, I'll have to find out how much time you have. And then I'll watch it when I get home. That's the beauty of some of these live streams. If you can't make it, you can still help the performer. Oh, and watch it later. Guess who I saw last night? Speaking of amazing and Pride Month. I saw Jen Colella, who is one of my all-time favorite Broadway divas. Jen Colella is amazing. And she happens to be one of us, Leo. She is a nice gay person. And she talked about that in her show. It was called Big Dyke Energy. It was such a good show. And her voice is just like, there's something about it. Her voice, Jen Colella and Lisa Brescia, who happens to be a friend of mine, they're both Broadway stars. Just their voices there's something about their voice quality that's like, gives me the chills. So those are my two favorite Broadway divas, Jen Colella and Lisa Brescia. So Jen tonight is also at the Laurie Beachman. So there's just so many great things in the city, especially during Pride Month. But if you can't make it during Pride Month, every month of the year, there's something amazing to do. And if you want to find the cabaret artists, go to Cabaret Corner, their page, or the MAC group page. You can find it there. MAC is Manhattan Associations of Cabarets. So, yes, love Lisa Brescia. You know, oh my God, yes, Jerry, we both love Lisa. And I met Lisa first through you and then through other friends. Way, way, way back, like 25 years ago, more. Leo, you're reading a wonderful book.
Isn't there a Scantron test in a few minutes? I'm getting ready for my test.
Yes.
Sister Mary Patricia told me to always be prepared, and I want to make sure that I'm going over all the notes.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, because I don't want to get in trouble. I don't want to be sleeping in a potato sack when our guest comes on. Although I do have a question about a certain page in this book.
Oh, really? Okay, then you can ask that question. I'm sure Joe will be happy to answer it. Let me, just before we buzz Joe in, I want to check in. I saw other people. Rory Taggart is checking in from Canada. And we love our Rory. We miss you, Rory. Judy always mentions you. We should come up and visit you. I want to go to Canada anyway. Oh, by the way, can you do me a favor, Rory? Can you tell all your Canadian friends that we have no idea who that nutbag is in Washington, and we're sorry, and just apologize to everybody. You can't be sorry for someone else, but we are. Last night we went to see Jen Colella, and then we said, let's walk down to Bryant Park because they were showing the Knicks game outside. And even though I grew up in Boston and the Celtics are my team, I'm so proud of the Knicks, and I love my friends that are Knicks fans. So we want to cheer them on. They're doing so great. And it's just that crazy visitor that they had last night, that dark cloud, that bad luck cloud.
I heard Bryant Park they were all singing together. I think it was the note, ooh.
No, it was boo.
Oh, boo. Is that what they were singing at Bryant Park?
So we did go down there and check it out. It was really packed. But so go Knicks. We're rooting for the Knicks, even though a lot of us in New York were not born here, but they're doing so great. And did you see the shirt that Spike Lee was wearing? Pope Leo said on the back.
That's right.
This is so great. So there are good things happening. And I'm going to focus on the good. And that's all I'm going to say. Speaking of focusing on the good, our first guest tonight is someone that is just first of all, he's very funny, right? So we know that. We know that he's very funny. And he's written so many plays. Oh, my God. He's like a serious a playwright that writes very funny stuff.
I compare him to our generation's Harvey Firestein. I compare him to
Yeah,
with what he's written in his solo performances and a lot of his plays.
Yes, and other great playwrights, Terrence McNally, so many. Now I can't. Oh my God, so many. But anyway, So he's written the Bronx Tale trilogy, Sleeping with the Fish, which was, I know they did it in Italy, Real Wood, Daddy, and just to name a few. And but I got to tell you, I got this book in the mail about a month ago, and as did you. And I said, "Oh, wow, Joe wrote a book." And I looked at the title. It says "Love in the Time of Alzheimer's." And then I read the inside, and I was like, I have to prepare myself for this. This book, I'll tell Joe when it comes on. I'm going to save it for when Joe comes on. This book is so beautiful and heartbreaking and real and healing and necessary. Necessary, especially if you have ever taken care of someone you loved, as they
Or are going to.
There's nobody that would not benefit from reading this book and also have a really, really, really good cry. I got it for Lynn. I bought it for Lynn. I sent it to her. I said, Linny, do not read this when you're around other people. You have to read it. I had it on the train today. I said, well, just prepare yourself. But anyway, so ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, can we please zoom in our friend and the author of this beautiful, beautiful book last August, ladies and gentlemen, Joe Gulla, Joseph Santo Gulla. Joe Gulla, I love you anyway. You have always made me laugh. You have always made me feel so special. You're a great hugger. You're a wonderful person. We have many things in common as Italians and people of that persuasion. And one of the things we also have in common is our love for our mothers. We always shared that, how much we love our moms and loved our moms. And I could not believe, and I'm not just saying that because I love you, because I know you love me anyway. But Joe, I said this to you in a text, and I will say it again. I'm going to try not to cry. This is the book you need. If you've lost a parent, you need this book, because those of us that have lost parents, especially those Italian kids that are just suck it up and be tough, be strong, have not cried the tears we need to cry to heal. And this book is going to help you do that. Joe, I want to thank you. I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart for helping me heal that big hole in my heart that was left when my mother went to heaven. I love you for writing this book, and please talk about whatever you want, honey, because it's your book and it's your time.
I don't hear you, Joe. You might have to sign in and in. Yeah, unless you muted your computer.
Okay, so do me a favor, Joe. Zoom out and zoom back in. I know. And we just had you too. Oh, I hear something. Okay, you know what? Zoom back out, Joe, and zoom back in. Don't worry about it. It's going to work. Mm-hmm. In the meantime, I'm going to tell you where you can find this book. This book is so beautiful. These things happen, but I have a theory of why that happened. This book you can get it on Amazon. I believe it is on Barnes and Noble. I got it on Amazon. It's in hardcover. I believe it's also in softcover. And another thing, I also got the book in audio. I am one of those people. Is he there now? No? Okay, Joe, do me a favor. You want to zoom in through your phone? That's very strange, isn't it?
Yeah, it's really weird. I don't know why we can't hear him.
Before. All right. Don't worry about it.
Joe, yeah, there we go. He'll come back in a second.
This is so strange, but I do have a theory, as I always do. So anyway, it's also on audiobook. And as I said, I read the book, and then I said, oh my God, I saw that it had popped up on audiobook. And so I listened to it. The wonderful part of it's a short book because it's not that it's written like poetry, but it's journal entries. So the beauty of that is that it's different days in the month of August.
Here, Maria, let's try
This is
this.
my experience with Mom during her last August. Mom, Marianne, is currently at Calvary Hospital. Calvary is a well-known and respected hospice in the Bronx, New York. She worked at this very hospice for almost 30 years, back in the late 70s through the 90s. She was the volunteer director. She didn't volunteer herself. She directed those that did.
Okay. Do we have Joe?
He is signing in right now, so we should have him shortly.
Beautiful. We're going to have Joe. So that's what I did. I cried my eyes out. And then as soon as I saw it was on audio, I also listened to it on audio. And it's funny to hear one of your friends, you're like, that's my friend, but it just was so beautiful. So I can't say enough about this. I'm going to put this up close. I want everybody, I'm not kidding, everybody to go right after the show, go on Amazon or wherever you get your books and get this book. And as soon as Joe zooms in, we'll also see it.
If you're having trouble finding it, you can go to joegulla.com.
Oh, okay.
It's right on his first page, and it will bring up his website right now.
Okay, and Joe,
see it as he's signing in.
Gulla, Joe Gulla. And
there you see last August. If you click on that, it'll take you right to his book. But you're probably going to spend about 15 minutes just looking in those eyes.
Yeah, Joe's so beautiful. Oh, there he is. Oh my God, Joe! What is God's name? Joe, before you say,
did you hear that? I'm sorry.
Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Good.
Yes.
I have a theory, Joe.
Okay.
Anybody that studies like talking to the other side or any kind of mysticism, any of those people will tell you that the way that our family and friends connects through us is through electricity. That is one of the ways that the vibration of electricity is exactly the same vibration as a spirit that has, so the body, as we know, no longer exists on earth, but the spirit remains, it's energy.
Right.
And anybody that's ever studied this will tell you that energy doesn't go away.
Yeah.
So I believe that the reason that happened was our moms were playing little tricks on us. They were saying, we're right here, just so you know, so don't say anything bad.
Well, my mother was eternally frightened of what I might say and what I might say in front of her and how I could embarrass her. So that is accurate. I'm with you on that for sure.
Yeah.
What I don't like that happened because you guys had me smiling and laughing for the first 20 minutes of the show. I had so many comments, including the fact that I want to crash Sunday and go to Peter's restaurant. I'm not coming. I'm coming to Rick's Club American because
I would love that.
Now I am. Now that I know you're going, I'm totally going. I love Peter. I have my launch party at Rick's Club American. I'm not sure if you know that.
That I know.
And it was so good. You would have been invited, but you were doing the show. It was a Tuesday night.
Yeah.
Yeah. But anyway, so I was laughing and stuff, and you brought it to where it eventually goes with this book, to a serious place. You were in the book. I want to give that spoiler away. And I did not put
page 60.
I did not put people in the book on purpose. I would have put, lots of different people in my life in the book. But when I couldn't avoid using a person's name, I kept their name and the situation in the book. And it is so fortuitous and beautiful that I happened to see you that day at the Stonewall while I was writing my 1-month diary. And originally that diary was because I thought my mom was going to die that month. That's what I really believed. And I thought I was tracking what a death looks like since it was right there in front of me. I thought that could be an interesting book. So I was just watching it, not knowing how it would unfold, not knowing that she would live, which is another spoiler. She doesn't die in that last August. But our conversation that night, Maria, was huge, and it is in the book. And I will never forget it. Now I will never forget it because it's in the book. But, I'm terrible with cars, always. I've always been terrible. I run out of gas. I had many fender benders. I've had my license revoked. So I've had every bad car experience. But that particular day, I was going to be meeting my friend Chet at Stonewall. I knew you were bartending. And I got caught in a flash flood. That was really serious. Like, I've done it all. I've changed tires. I've been on the side of the road. I've been stranded. But this was like scary. Like, I was really in a flash flood, and I wasn't sure when I could open the door to get out of the car, and it was really frightening. But anyway, I did get through the river and to the side. My car died, and I was standing there. They towed my car to Manhattan. At that point, I was living with my mom in Westchester. So I figured I'm here anyway. I'm going to go see my friend Chip. And I got there early, and I was talking to you. And we always laugh together, but we also get kind of serious together. That's part of our friendship, and I really enjoy that part, by the way.
Honey, me too.
And I remember I shared that I was realizing right before your eyes that, like, soon, when I had moments like that, fearful moments or moments that made me scared or moments that made me emotional, no matter where I was or whether I was on the phone with my mother or going to see her next week or living with her, she was there. And just the fact that she was there gave me an inner strength and a certain sort of emotional shoulder to lean on. I would never have told her I was going to be in a flash flood. She'd say, of course you were in a flash flood. You drive terribly. But even though I wouldn't have told her, she would have been there.
Yeah.
Right before your eyes, you saw it. I realized I was losing that. And that was my first realization of what loss of my mom was going to be. You were so comforting. You were a friend. I cried. I'm not really a crier. I cried. I felt weird. I felt slightly embarrassed. And you shared. Do you remember what you shared with me about the balloon? Because that information at that moment, I was too emotional to really process, but it went inside me and I kept it in mind. And as I went through the next 14 days of that month, and then through the process of losing my mom and the process of grief, those words became more and more profound, and I use them daily. Please share them. It's simple.
What I said to Joe was, and Joe's mom had not passed away yet, but I said, Joe, I understand, and I said it's the strangest thing that ever happened to me in my life, because this is exactly how I felt when my mother died. When you're a little kid and you go to a feast or a fair, and your mom buys you a balloon, she ties it to your wrist so that you don't lose the balloon. And as a kid, I was always terrified I was going to lose the balloon and that it was somehow going to slip away and my beautiful balloon would just go. I had a fear of that as a kid. It was weird. When my mother died, I didn't feel like the little kid who lost the balloon. I felt like the balloon. I felt like I all of a sudden was floating and there was nobody to hold me on earth, that I wasn't anchored to anything because my mother had brought me into this earth and she was my grounder and everything. And now that she was gone, I belonged to nothing. And that's how I felt. And I told you that story in that moment. And
it was so comforting because it's also a peaceful story. When I in the state I was in, I was just hearing a comforting person that I liked, identifying with me, and also sharing a story about a balloon. Like it was easy to sort of take in. But the message is profound, and it is a sad message. But it's reality,
Right.
and I like to believe that is what I'm noticing that my book is doing. It's real. I'm telling the real story of what happened. I am not teaching anything. I am not an expert in any area. I've had an experience. Many people have it. I'm not above or below anyone that has it. It's a popular, unfortunately, experience that people have. But going through it, I stayed real with it. And being real brought me to very spiritual, positive, and kind of hopeful places. And it surprised me as much as it's surprising a lot of people reading the book.
Well, I love that you wrote a memoir in real time. I love that you wrote that because it is true. I want to show you this. This is what it says. Love in the time of Alzheimer's. And then if you read, a little blurb about it, it says a memoir in real time. And so you literally were writing it as it was happening. It's not like you were looking back. Some of it, yeah, there might have been where like maybe I don't know what you did because
what I was doing was it was weird. It was interesting. My mom had Alzheimer's. I was her caregiver for 7 years. That's the caregiver, the hard stuff that goes from kind of okay to it just goes down. And so it was that sad experience of watching somebody slowly fade. But in the middle of that, she got 2 brain hemorrhages, which were part of the disease, and she was hospitalized. And when I brought her to the hospital that day, they said to me, she's going to die in like a year or two. This was surprising because everything else had been a slow, gradual fade. Suddenly, they told me she's going to die in 2 days in the hospital, not the hospice. Wow. 2 days went by, a week went by, she didn't die in the hospital. They were like, we have to make room for other patients, but we're going to send her to a hospice. Coincidentally, it was the hospice my mother worked in for 30 years. That's another beautiful, unbelievable thing. And the people that were her co-workers, some of them were still working there. It was a family feeling within a dire circumstance. But I got to the hospice, Calvary. The woman sat me down. She goes, now you don't have to be a caregiver. You could just be a son now, which was emotional and good. She's going to die imminently.
Yeah.
She died a year and 4 months later. So suddenly I went every day because I didn't want her to be alone. I felt no obligation. I chose to do it, but I didn't want her to ever be alone. She never made me feel alone, no matter where I was or where she was. So 3 months in, I decided with no credential, she's dying this month. She's dying. The math is mathing. She's going to die. And just because I'm that kind of person, I'm into statistics, I was going to watch death. And it was kind of clinical. I wasn't thinking emotionally about it. I just thought this might be an interesting story to see how does it go from that to that? What day does that happen? Whatever. And that was the only reason why I was keeping a diary for that month. So it was rather dry. As you said, it was real time. When the month was over, I didn't want to write anymore because it's kind of repetitious, which I thought wouldn't make a book. But then conveniently, and for however this happens, and I'm sure you can identify with this, my artist eye saw it a different way and saw what it could be and what I might have liked if I was reading a book like it. And what I want in books I was reading during that time was to not feel alone. Because even though I have beautiful friends and beautiful resources in my life, when you're doing that, you feel alone. You know what I mean? You're dealing with someone that you're advocating for, that you are, living kind of for. They can't really comfort you unless you find it. So anyway, that's what I ended up doing. And I realized this could be a book to keep somebody company that doesn't want to feel alone. And that was my only goal. When I hear what you said, before the lights went out here, Maria, I sent you the book because you're in the book. I thought it would be polite for you to read it and say, oh, well, I'm in the book, it's cute, whatever.
No.
Your reaction was so beautiful, and it makes it all worthwhile. And I'm getting many reactions like that. I'm not getting great book, good job. If you go to Amazon, and this is not a sell.
No, it's true.
They're writing essays about the book, and how it affected them. And so I've overshot my goal. Is that a sports term, by the way? I overshot. Is that a sports term? Does anyone know? But anyway, I overshot my goal.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, of course.
You know what? Go ahead, Theo. Did you want to jump in?
Well, I wanted to say, so I'm not where you're at. I still have both of my parents, but my mother is aged. Both of them are aged. You know, I definitely notice. I mean, I'm only 25 years younger than them. They've raised me since they adopted me as a baby. But I can see the decline. She's not there yet, though. But the things that I know from my brother dealing with my grandfather and him taking care of him, the things that I know, you touch on, like I could feel it. And I loved your voice. I loved your writing style in this. Definitely, I could hear your voice.
Yeah.
And just it forewarning, preparation, fear of the inevitable coming.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the biggest comforts was the music, because I could hear the music in each chapter that you put in, and that was so important to me. And what I know about therapy, what I imagine in my head when the time comes, what I will be doing, or what I've imagined having that music and you putting the playlist in. At first, I was like, "Oh wow," and then Maria, when it came to your part, and I noticed it, but already I was on an emotional roller coaster reading the book. Not, I won't tell you how bad I get emotionally, but I get bad emotionally. I'm a feeler. And when it came to seeing Maria in the book, though, it was like, oh my God. And having that friend, having that added extra friend emotion, that took me, and I was like, oh man. So where I was excited about it, it was like having that moment to cry. And you see that friend, and you're like, you can't hold it. And seeing you come in as a friend to him there just made me felt that release.
Well,
and just it's a great congratulations, and I can't believe that you actually survived writing all of that.
I know
the compliments from you guys. I respect both of you so much, so the compliments mean so much to me. And it's funny. Let's look at the music part. I can kind of attribute. I mean, first of all, I'm a musical theater queen. Let's start there. So music has always been important to me in that way. And then I was I crashed, then was adopted by the cabaret scene when I was 18 years old. Jerry Diefenbach, Marie Gentili, Amy, all of them. So, I mean, it's been part of my life, and I inflicted music upon my mother because of it. Although she was a 50s dancer with my dad, like she loved music and stuff like that. So when I was caregiving for her at home, and when people have Alzheimer's, it's difficult to keep them focused, entertained, not being bored. And music, I tried music. I wasn't sure if it would work, but it did. And the short shots of it being a 3-minute song or a 3-minute video, came on. And I put a lot of my favorites, Barbra Streisand, some theater and stuff. But that was an hour where I'd watch her just drift into like a happiness. She'd get excited. She'd relax. She was occupied. It was
all I asked of you conversation was great. When she was asking you who they were about all that. It seemed I could feel like she was surprised. Oh, that was good.
She had a lot of opinions about a lot of the people I liked or whatever. And some she was like, oh God, that one again or whatever. But she really enjoyed those sounds and stuff. And it wasn't the first week or two because I thought she was going to die, as they said, imminently. But I started to bring the music, and it was working in the hospice. And I just got this message yesterday from somebody who happened to have a mother dying on the same floor that time mom was there. She wrote it, again, on Amazon. It's a beautiful, again, essay. She shares that music was helping her and her mom and her brother.
Wow.
The music really took a center stage that I never would have purposely planned. But I'm really happy. It really seems to be something that people are enjoying about the book. So that just yes.
I don't know if you chose after the song titles that went with the chapter, or if it was actually the song titles that inspired that chapter. But you threw me over with Judy Collins because I could just hear her.
I just thought
I heard it. I heard her and Evergreen as well. I know that you're girl. Yes, please.
I know.
You know, and Kidnapped by Cabaret. I know, same story. And those songs, I could hear as I'm reading the chapter. I hear Barbra Streisand going holding on to that note as I'm finishing that chapter. It was just amazing.
Even better because I built that playlist randomly. Like I put one song on one week, and as the weeks went by, she got bored of one. So it became like a list of 12 songs. There was no rhyme or reason to why they were there or which ones were there, but played together, they somehow make beautiful sense. It really is kind of a lovely journey, and in real life and in the book. So that was just divine intervention.
Say people go, oh, I wonder if that was just a coincidence. And what I've heard through people that I really respect, spiritual people, is coincidence is God's way of staying anonymous. Absolutely. And I love that. So it's like, I feel like, again, it's divinely inspired. So I want to show this book again, and then we're going to take a second just to do the food section, and then we're going to bring in Anthony Fett. Yes. Ladies and gentlemen, please. I bought a couple of these because I'm going to send them to I want to send one to my cousin Cora.
Thank you, by the way. You're so sweet.
Oh my God. I love this book so much. So last August by Joe Gulla, Gulla. And it is not a long read. This is a beautiful read that you can do in a wonderful amount of civilized time. Because there's some books that take me forever to read, and I hate that. But this book is not one of those books.
It's a fast read, but I had to put it down emotionally a couple of times. I had to take a break for a minute.
Take a break.
I didn't want to stay in the pages.
Yeah.
I want to hug you right now.
Well, we love you.
I want to hug you right now. Okay.
I love it. Okay.
Thank you.
Please, everybody, please do yourself a favor. Now, what did we make tonight? So, Joe, this meal that I made tonight was inspired because I loved my mother like you loved your mother.
Oh, I know.
And I said, what did my mother used to make me on those like after school days? We were dirt poor, but I don't know what it was about my mother's cooking. I felt like everything she made was the best thing on earth. And my mother used to make, I love this, she would take very thin sliced potatoes, slice them super thin, fry them in beautiful olive oil or, golden brown them. And then she would throw onions in there, peppers, and then she would crack 4 eggs in there, scramble it all up. So this is my mother's potatoes, peppers, and onions and eggs. And Rita will know because my mother used to make this all the time with a little semolina bread.
Yes.
Side, right? There's Anthony. He knows.
My father was obsessed with that kind of potato and egg sandwich. My father was obsessed.
This is an Italian
for him. Yes.
That would be called a machaca in Spanish. That's we would use that for breakfast, and that'd be called machaca.
Yeah, and
potato and egg, but it had all the things you said.
Sandwiches of this and send us to school with it. And my friends, my Irish friends, would say, "I'll trade you my sandwich for yours." Like, no. And what did they have? Peanut butter and jelly. I don't want your peanut butter and jelly for this, but they tried. You got to give them that.
That really is nostalgic.
Yes, I went for that for our mom. And then what did I make? My mother loved shrimp, so I made a nice shrimp on top of radicchio, some cabbage, some romaine, and very simple. But I'm going to take these oranges instead of vinegar. I'm going to squeeze these oranges on here, and a little bit of Milanese gremolata, extra virgin olive oil, some onion salt, and pepper, cracked pepper.
Are you one of the Italians that does the salad after the entree?
Yes, always.
I'm feeling that based on the way
Always, always, always. And then, of course, watermelon, because when I lived in the north end of Boston, there was a little Italian guy that was the watermelon man, and he had a truck, a pickup truck. Did you guys have it in the Bronx?
You got a watermelon man in my neighborhood. Yeah, totally.
Oh my God. And we were up on the 5th floor, and you'd hear, watermelon, watermelon.
Hey, watermelon, watermelon. That was our
My mother would give us like a buck or whatever the hell it was, and she'd go get it, go get the watermelon, and we would like, I'd run down like a nut, and I get the watermelon from my mom. So this is for our mothers tonight. Now, you know who else has an amazing mom? Anthony Fett.
Woohoo!
Yes, and she has a parade.
Yes.
So, and Anthony, we snuck him on the show tonight because Anthony is so jam-packed this month, and we wanted to make sure we got him in. So,
Uncle
Anthony,
Fett.
2 things. Anthony, tell us about this America Cabaret first.
Wait a minute. Wait, first of all, my head is exploding from all the content on this show tonight.
I know.
And I literally had to take notes because there's so many amazing things happening. And I just want to, first of all, thank you, Maria, for squeezing me in at the last minute on the show tonight. And it is the perfect timing because Joe Gulla knows. Hi, Joe.
Hey, Anthony Fett.
We are a family connection here. The Tony and Tina's connection is very strong. The Italian is very strong. And the family vibe. So
tell them why we're connected, me and Anthony Fett.
Anthony, you tell it.
We both played the same part, years apart, but we played in Tony and Tina's wedding. We were both Joey's.
Joey's brother, Joey.
Once you've been Joey Vitale and you know your other Joey Vitales, it's family forever.
And he gave me his blessing. I will never forget when you came to the show and you were so complimentary and it moved me so much.
I mean it. I mean, yeah, please.
Speaking of being moved, I absolutely will be getting late August.
You have to.
Last August, because my mother took care of my grandfather who lived in our house. You know, we lived in a 2-flat in Chicago. He lived downstairs. We lived upstairs. We went through that very similar experience. I had no idea what your book was about. And hearing you talk about it was getting me emotional.
Yeah.
And so I'm going to get that book right away. And I might even get it on audiobook because, as you mentioned, the music is really a thing. I'm listening to the Barbra Streisand book. Speaking of Barbara, I'm listening to that on audiobook right now. It's like a, you know how some people listen to like Zen chanting? I'm just listening to Barbra Streisand be like, I was wearing a creme crepe gown. Evergreen. So it's just like, that's my Zen place.
Yes.
So anyway, I'm really excited about your book, Joe. And,
get the book. Send it to your mom.
I won't have to send it to her. She's coming here tomorrow.
What?
Tomorrow.
Well, if you order it on Amazon, you get it the next day.
I'm telling you, get the watermelon and the book.
Rita knows, my cousin Rita
and
knows.
the semolina bread, because we had linguine and clam sauce tonight. That was what I was.
God, that's delicious.
All right.
Go ahead, keep eating.
You know, I had to buy the semolina bread to dip in the sauce.
Yeah.
Leo, you're like our honorary.
I'm the comadre.
You are, and honestly, Leo Rodriguez
is our Mexican cousin.
But I'm not calling it the Tony. I'm not calling it the Tony and Tina's connection tonight. Sorry, I'm calling it the Australian. The Australian connection.
It's
two
a whole
Joeys.
Enchilada, baby. It's a whole enchilada.
So, Anthony, tell us about the cabaret, the America Cabaret, which is
all right. So I've got 2 big things to plug.
Yes, I know.
Of course, I know we've got our Stonewall connection, and a shout out to Tommy McDowell, who that was very sweet of you. But America Cabaret, America Cabaret. Say it loud, and it's almost like praying. It's America. It's a cabaret. It's America Cabaret on Wednesday, July 1st, 2026 at 7 o'clock at the Triad Theater. I wanted to do something to celebrate the country's 250th birthday. It just felt like the right time.
Yeah.
And I wanted to do something that would bring people together and make everybody feel proud to be an American, because it's very difficult sometimes for, you know, everybody's coming from a different place these days.
Yeah.
And I wanted to create something that was fun and joyful and celebrates the best of who we are. And so it's sort of like a pride. I'm thinking of this whole month as like one giant parade. It's like starts with a gay flag and ends with the American gay flag. So
I love that. I love that you have Lady Liberty behind you.
Isn't she great? She's going to end up on the stage, but for now she's just stuck to my wall. Reminding everybody that freedom is for all. So,
I love that. No, and I got to tell you, I've been all these wonderful cities that are celebrating Pride. Like, it's making my heart like just burst, you know.
It's my favorite time of year, and my heart too is bursting.
Yeah. Oh, there it is now. Yours really is bursting.
I told you.
So I will remain proud to be an American. I always have been.
I know you are.
Parents were from Italy, and my mother could not have been prouder to be an American citizen.
Exactly.
So, all this stuff is so wonderful. This is a beautiful country.
Yes.
We have to stay positive.
Yes. And my grandfather, by the way, who was the one my mother was caring for, was a World War II veteran. So this, in a lot of ways, is also, you know, just to bring it all around,
Absolutely.
is a dedication to him and his service. And he was also a musician. He was a professional violinist, and he played that violin until the week that he went, which was actually, ironically, August of 2016.
Wow.
Yeah.
Isn't that something?
It is.
Wow.
I'm telling you, I'm getting that book. But anyway.
You have to now tell us about, you always do a show at Stonewall. I love your show.
I do a show. So it's a basketball show now. No, I don't.
Go Knicks, though. We got
go Knicks, go.
But your show is next Monday.
The Pride show, the Stonewall All-Stars Pride show. What else could it be? Every show's the Pride show with Stonewall All-Stars,
yes,
but this is like extra, super special Pride celebration. It's a free show with some of the most fabulous talent in town.
Yeah.
At the Stonewall, which is exactly where you want to be during Pride, any day of the month. Frankly, any day of the year, because I celebrate Pride every day. So
yes,
that's me.
But
so that's what we got going on. Monday, June 15th at 9. Come to the Stonewall and celebrate Pride with me and the All-Stars, and of course you and Susie, Lavinia Draper,
oh, many amazing singers. Oh my God.
Oh my God, a cavalcade of talent. And then we'll celebrate
each of those shows. They let her go drunkenly in the audience.
What did you say, Joe?
They let Lavinia Draper around into the house.
They sure do. And we co-hosted the Tonys on Sunday.
Oh my God, that must have been amazing.
Out of this world. It was so much
Joe,
fun.
they let Lavinia go to Scotland and perform in Edinburgh. That girl's all over the place.
She's going again. I don't know. You know, she gets around.
I want to give a quick shout out to Lisa Elix, who's a great playwright. She was on our show a few weeks ago. And Lisa, I owe you I got to send you some stuff on text. I was going to have to send her some stuff. Sorry. So I've just been a little kooky with my grandson. Ben Goldberg has joined us. We love Ben.
Hi, Ben.
He's a wonderful human. Rebecca Whiteman has joined us. She was in Tony and Tina's wedding.
Oh, yes.
Yes. Rebecca is amazing.
I'm sending love.
Sylvia DeLuca Santoro. Her son, I love Sylvia. She's my friend. I actually gave her your book, Joe, as a gift a couple weeks ago. And Sylvia's son, Chuck, was also Joey.
Oh,
that's how I met Sylvia. Her son played Joey.
And here he is on the next screen.
Right?
Crazy. So Sylvia, I hope you're enjoying the book. It's amazing. But anyway, so much going on. So next Monday.
What's the story with Maria Down Under? 3 Joeys in one show.
Oh my God.
Down Under.
This Monday, go to the Stonewall, and I will be there with Susie / Lavinia, of course. And it's going to be an amazing show. All of Anthony's shows are amazing. We have so much fun. Then go see Anthony on July 1st. What is that
Yes.
called, Anthony? What does that fall on?
It's a Wednesday
Okay,
at the Triad Theater on 72nd and Broadway.
which is a wonderful space.
Tickets are on sale now, and as a matter of fact, there's what do you call it? A discount code if you want it.
Okay, so
And you can find that on my Instagram. So you got to go to my Instagram and find it.
So that's what's happening with Anthony. Please go to Amazon and get this beautiful book. Get yourself some tissues too. Leo told me when Leo got the book, he said, "Honey, just have some tissues ready," and he was not.
I'm promised to have some Javier Bardem type handkerchiefs from the tears that I have shed.
Tissues. I'm getting him a handkerchief used by Javier Bardem, of course. At least I can.
So
I just want to know what pocket it was tucked in.
Oh, stop it right now. Okay, so I will say there's something else that's very important. What do we have in common? We also are gay kids. We were gay kids once, and we're gay adults now. And that did not make for an easy childhood, but our moms were great. And our dads too, but moms are special people.
Mm-hmm.
So I would like to, as a gay kid, thank all Sylvia will appreciate this because Sylvia used to march with Pete Flag. To all those parents that support their gay kids, God bless you and thank you. Thank you. Thank you. You have no idea how much that meant to us that you supported us when it wasn't easy. And so I send out all my love in this Pride Month to our beautiful gay parents, especially the moms.
And I have to say, though, before, thank you for those parents. But for the other parents who have a long time coming to the world that your child is special, that your child is a human being and just wants to be loved, get with it.
Yeah,
okay?
well,
it takes parents sometimes, but get with it.
You find it when you find it. But sending a lot of love out there. We went a little bit over. I just want
Love you, Mom.
Everybody say good night. Happy Pride.
Happy Pride.
Anthony.
Love you.
Come back every Tuesday. We love and appreciate you. Good night.
Thank you.